This is my abandoned supercar, and it has some problems. This is the cheapest Aston Martin V8 Vantage in the entire country. And it was so cheap because it was abandoned at a body shop for 15 years and was in pretty bad shape. So we've been rebuilding it to make it into the coolest Aston Martin on the internet, and it's starting to come together. Now, last video, we got the car actually working, and if you haven't seen that yet, you should check it out. But it still has a few things that need some attention. No door, no window, sagging headliner, no door over there. It's really a mess. So today, we're gonna restore this abandoned supercar's interior back to its former glory. And the news is, as per usual, I don't know how to do it. So you're gonna learn along with me, and we're gonna hope we don't make too many mistakes, but mistakes are inevitable. So let's give it a shot.
Another problem in the interior that we probably should deal with is this, which doesn't shut.
I have a plan, though.
You have a plan?
Don't fret.
All right, he's got a plan for that. Then we'll fix that today. This side has a window, which is one less thing we have to do, and it means that we can look at this side to see how we can install the other side, which doesn't have any of that stuff. But yeah, there's a lot of work to get done today.
We're gonna start with the sagging headliner. This is something that happens in these Aston Martins because the glue is not so great. It's really quite bad. Oh, yeah. Oh, wait. Oh, wow. Oh, my gosh. Oh, well, we might not even... Oh. This is the dreaded Cheeto dust.
It's up on my
shoulder. Oh, gosh. So, well, that was easy. But now we also need to get this board out, and now that we've exposed this is all the old glue that's dried, and it's terrible. And it's also just gonna make a mess everywhere. So let's get the Alcantara out, try not to damage it. Hold on. Now that we have our headliner exposed, we do need to get this board out. And the scary part with that is you see all this leather. So what I've learned is Aston Martin, who already has parts that are hard to find because not a lot of people bought Aston Martins, nothing covered in leather is stocked at any of the dealerships or at the factory, which means if you break one of these leather pieces and any of its clips that go with it, you could be waiting months, which would set this entire project back and really be quite bad.
Also, there's no doubt in my mind that it's very expensive to get it from Aston Martin. If we do break it, not only will we probably have to spend thousands of dollars for pieces of this size, but we won't get it for a long time.
And on top of that, we've never done it before, so the chances of breaking them is incredibly high.
They're also British because they're brittle.
What?
Brittle because they're British.
To get the headliner out, you need to remove the A-pillars, and to do that, we have to disassemble the dashboard. Luckily, the clips aren't breaking yet, although it's always super scary to remove them. And now, with all the necessary panels off, we can take out the first A-pillar. We need to take off this whole entire Alcantara panel.
Oh, and look, it's already coming off in the back.
Oh, perfect. Well, that's helpful. And you see this? This is the cover to a fir tree clip. Do I know what that is? No. It sounds interesting. So I'm gonna eject this, and likely it will break. Highly likely. However, this piece is a little less scary than the other pieces, but we'll see what happens. Come on. Oh, I hear it crack.
Oh yeah, it's breaking real bad. Oh yeah, that's broken.
That's broken.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Worse than I expected.
Yeah, it's broken. This one too, probably gonna break.
Oh yep, it's breaking. Yep, there it is.
Yeah. With the with the fur clips removed and pushed in, we now have access to a Torx bit that goes in there. There's just two of them holding this on, and we should be able to get this off. Same procedure on the other side. Let's give it a shot. The holes to the Torx bits seem like they're literally smaller than the bit itself. But with a bit of brute force and ignorance, I'm getting the bit to fit in and seat onto the screw that's holding the entire panel on. And now we can pull the first pillar out. Now, I've been told that these are flexible of somewhat, so we're gonna hope that's true.
Oh my god.
Oh gosh.
Oh my god. Oh, things are falling. Alright, well that's one side.
Alright, and that is how you do it. So you want to try the other side?
Yeah.
Alright, let's get after it. The other side seems to be even worse. And after literally trying every single tool in the tool chest, it's looking like it's going to be one of those jobs that requires a hardware store run, which is always frustrating.
I'm doing the thing that car guys like to do the least.
Have to go to the
admit defeat and go to the auto parts store. It's truly a travesty, but as you guys know, when you're working on a car, there's literally nothing worse than having to get all your tools out, look for everything, and then end up just having to drive. Jackson hates it more than I do, so I'm gonna go drive over to pick up the right Torx bits, maybe some other stuff that we might need too, because we do have a lot of work to do. It also means I get to take the Raptor, which is kind of a vibe. I don't mind driving the Raptor. Listen to my 6.2 liter V8. Oh my God. This truck is so fast. All right, we got the tool. Now we gotta go find Jackson, who was, I swear I left him. Jackson? What the? Bro, what are you doing?
I just thought it might be a comfy spot to check out some listings on Auto Tempest.
Aha.
You know about Auto Tempest?
I know about Auto Tempest, but I don't think the people at home do, so tell them what it is.
Guys, Auto Tempest is the greatest way to search for a car to buy. And that's because they gather listings from every car buying site, put them in one place, which saves you a lot of time. Check this out, I'm just looking at some BMW M3s here. That one is quite nice. And if I wanted to see, for example, the cheapest M3 in the entire country, I don't need to go to every single place and sort by lowest price and hope that's the lowest. I just get to go sort by lowest price, and then bam. That's the cheapest BMW M3 you can get on the internet right now.
Oh, and it's bad.
And it doesn't look good. But if you like saving your time and you like buying cars, which of course I just love buying cars, you should check it out. It's amazing. I love being partnered with Auto Tempest. They are actually one of my favorite sites on the entire internet. I use Auto Tempest pretty much every night to make bad financial decisions and sometimes good ones. So you should check out Auto Tempest if you like being cool, down in the description below.
We found this on Auto Tempest.
We found that.
We found that on Auto Tempest. Yeah, the GTI.
It's pretty great.
It is pretty great. So let's finish the interior on this car that we didn't find this one on Auto Tempest, but that's because we got offered it.
We got offered this car, but you'll find stuff like this on Auto Tempest.
Probably better.
Just go search around. If you see any cool listings on Auto Tempest, send them my way. I'm always in the market for something unique.
Let's fix this one.
Armed with the new tools and a Dremel, which we are using to make holes just a little bit wider, we're finally able to loosen the screws that have been holding us back. Now we can get the A-pillar out, and we just have to remove a small panel in the front, which pops out pretty easily. We then have to unscrew the dome light, and now we can take out the headliner panel, which means we're at the hardest part of this job. All of the orange stuff that's all over this panel and the headliner Alcantara itself is glue. And we have to scrape all of it off and replace it, because it's no longer sticky enough to hold up the fabric. On the stiff headliner panel, I can use a paint scraper to get most of the residue off, and then I do the rest by hand. I have to be super careful to get everything off, because if the surface isn't completely flat, it will make the headliner look lumpy, and more importantly, it won't properly adhere. We have to do the same to the piece of Alcantara as well. But we can't use the scraper because we'd risk tearing a hole in the fabric. We're using rubber gloves instead and just rubbing the adhesive off by hand, which seems to be working well. And with all of it off, we're ready to re-glue the pieces together. We're using a spray adhesive, which makes it easy to apply evenly across the entire panel. We have to be super careful though that we don't get the glue on the Alcantara, because it could permanently stain it. The panel is the exact size as the fabric, so as long as we match up the edges, it should lay down perfectly. With the fabric glued down, we can let it set overnight, and then we'll be ready to reinstall everything. Day 2, and this has dried quite nicely. For the first time doing something like this, it's not too bad. So we can go get this back in the car, reassemble, and then start working on some slightly more difficult stuff in the interior. So let's start reassembling. With the right tools, reinstalling everything is much easier than taking it out. And thankfully, we seem to have glued the fabric on properly, so everything is still lining up, and somehow none of the clips broke on any of the panels we removed. So everything is snapping perfectly back into place, which is incredibly satisfying. And that pretty much wraps up the roof. Look at that. How much better that is. No more sag, not sitting on top of Will's head anymore. But we still have a lot to do, and we're saving some of the hardest stuff for last.
Today we were filming a podcast with the guys at Driver Seat ABS. They do cool stuff. We were on their podcast, which should be out soon, so check that out. But we were filming that, so we only got time to put this headliner back in, and then we're gonna come back tomorrow, and we are going to finish the door.
You will see us in 3. It won't be long for you. 2, 1. We're back, baby. And we are going to tackle some of the scarier stuff, such as the fact that this door has no window, nor a window regulator motor, nor a door card, but that's a problem on the other side too. However, we have a solution. Our friends at Aston Martin Boston, as you might remember, helped us get some parts for this car. One part that they also helped us get was this, which I'm sketchily storing in the back corner, which I probably shouldn't be because it's a very expensive window for this car. This is an incredibly unique looking piece of glass, hence why it's also expensive. I have never put glass in a car before, so I'm slightly scared that we're gonna break it. It's highly possible that we break it. And me and Will are not good at intricate stuff like this.
No.
First though, we need to get the window regulator motor in.
As you guys know, we're trying to make this Aston Martin better than a used one for the same price. So it's gotta be cheaper, but also more fun, sound better, look better, do better, all the stuff.
That requires that we spend not too much money. We already spent about, $31,000 in total. $25,000 for the car, some money for the clutch, some money for the badges.
This,
this.
the other things.
It adds up quick. This is about $400 even used. And if you buy it new, it's like $900. So I think I got a good deal, but we have no idea if it works. Those were about to be my famous last words. As we're unboxing the window motor, it's becoming obvious very quickly that it's very broken. A window regulator is basically an electric motor that pulls a metal wire along a bunch of pulleys, which raises the window up and down. The wire on ours is completely out of the track it's supposed to sit in, and the clips and holes that hold it into place are broken, which means it's completely useless and we'll have to order a new one. Not only does that mean we can't install the window today, but we also now have to spend even more money, which is not helping us stay within the budget on this car.
We have figured out that the door regulator came broken, and it's not good. Definitely not good, according to Jackson, and also facts. But that's the risk you take when you buy stuff used sketchy style online. And that's part of the fun that is trying to build a car for cheap. So we're gonna have to order a new one, and hopefully it'll come in time for us to get this video up. We're gonna have to just keep plugging away and do the other side and put the door card on so we can at least learn how to do that for this side. I also think we're missing the window switch for the other side. Got it? But yeah, not great. So we just wasted $400, and now we have to order another one for another at least $400.
Psych! There is a window switch on this one, so at least we have a small victory today.
Yeah, now I feel good.
We have to just learn, though, how this works. I'm gonna suspect we have a bunch of clips here.
We got this.
We've got this one that's clearly been welded back on. We've got a couple plugs that need to be plugged in. That's a weird. Okay, so let's give it a shot, everybody. The first step is to plug in the wires for the speaker, window switches, and the puddle light. On the Aston Martin, the door card basically just clicks in, and then there's a few small bolts on the bottom that hold it in place. With those in, we can install the armrest, which also includes the interior door handle. There's a metal wire we're attaching to the handle, and then 2 long bolts to keep it in place. With all that done, all that's left is to test if it works.
Imagine this, pulling up to dinner. I'm your wife right now.
Okay, wife, please. Allow me.
Look at this guy.
Madam.
Now I'm gonna...
And now we can fix the glove box, which currently does not stay shut because the latch completely broke off of the door. Rather than buy a new trim piece, we're going to super glue the old one back in place. To ensure that it stays in place, I'm just gonna clamp it down and let it set for as long as possible. And now all we have left to do is wait for the new window regulator motor to come in so we can finish the driver's side door.
One eternity later.
You may have noticed I got a haircut because it's a different day, and that means new window regulator motor because the first one was a little broken. And this one,
fresh off the block,
is brand spanking new at quite a heavy cost of $500. So it was new, but not from Aston Martin, which means that
it wasn't $1,000.
Slightly cheaper.
Yeah.
And by slightly cheaper, 50% off. And it even has a special thing that tells you how to lift it up because apparently they can break, which I didn't know. So we're gonna be very delicate with it, but this one even has the foam, so that's how you know that's real nice and intact. I've never put a window regulator motor in. Will, have you?
No.
So this is gonna be interesting. As we're finding out, when it works, installing the window regulator itself is not too hard. Each metal slider has 2 studs on either end that line up directly with holes in the door, and the motor itself has 3 screws that go into it. We can't figure out what type of screws are used to secure the window regulator motor, but after a bit of searching the internet and being confused, we're finding out that it's literally installed with self-tapping screws from the factory, which makes no sense to me, but it seems to be working, and we can now install the window.
Oh, that's clean glass.
This glass has never seen the light of day. Nor have we. By the way, it is a little dark in this garage. We're gonna fix that very soon, and it'll be a lot better for all of us. It's also a little messy in this garage. Don't pan over, but it's messy. We're gonna fix that too. Look, we work in here. It gets a little messy. We get a lot of boxes and stuff, and then we don't know what to do with them. But we're gonna get better at that. I promise. It's gonna be a whole lot better. I swear. Okay. It's quite light, so we're gonna go in, right?
Yep.
Just in from the top, you think?
Yeah. I mean, it can't go in from the bottom. You're yeah. It goes through there, yeah. You have to, yeah, like that more.
Doesn't feel good.
Is it going into the right spot?
Almost. It just needs a little guidance.
Good. Good luck getting into the other one without just pushing.
The problem is it doesn't just line up, it needs to be opened. To secure the window regulator to the glass, there are 2 screws that go through holes in the window into clamps on the regulator. There are access holes in the door, but getting the screw to go in straight through those holes is one of the most frustrating things I've ever had to do on a car. We've been struggling a lot with this tool because, to be honest, it's at a slight angle when you put it in, and it won't seat correctly. So I'm gonna try using this in between here, which means I need to be very careful. First, I'm just gonna plant it in with this, just to get it in the right spot. This is the best I can do. Hold on, I'm just gonna keep trying until this doesn't work. Because right now it feels like it is.
Huh?
Yeah, we're good.
You got it?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Is it straight on? I can't even tell right now where it is. I can't even move it now. Yeah, I can't push it. I can feel it with my...
It's down and to the right. It does look like it's in there now.
But it's still grabbing nothing. Oh, wait.
Oh no, it's fully in. Like you're good.
No way.
Yeah. It's coming out the other side now.
No way.
Yeah, man.
Dude, nice.
Yeah.
That is a blind operation. You can't
Yeah.
do
You want to tighten it down a little bit?
With the right tools, the window is now properly attached. And now we can test it out to see if everything worked. But I'm a bit nervous for this. This is scary. What? It won't go any further? It's good it goes down.
Yeah. The problem is up is more important to us, so you can put it outside. Oh, that's more up now.
It's having trouble with this thing over here. Alright. The window be acting funny. So we're gonna try a window reset that I found online and hope it works. And if it works, I'll be shocked. So it says, sit in the driver's seat, close both doors, and switch ignition to 0. That's 0. Press firmly and hold the window switch until the window is at maximum down position. Continue to hold the button for 5 seconds and then release. 2, 3, 4, 5. Pull back up and hold the window switch until the window is at maximum up position. Continue to hold the switch for another 5 seconds and then release. Yeah, it seems to have worked.
Pull it all the way up. Yeah, that's up.
Oh, me. My Aston window works great. It just,
Yeah, that part's not seating super well, but that's fine.
Yes! We have a window!
Yeah, what
And it works!
what a
Rain
win.
won't come in now. Oh yeah, no, don't worry about it. It's just me with an Aston Martin window now that works. Yeah, no, it's cool. Don't worry about it. It's cool. Don't worry. Remember how we said we needed lights? Well, it's the next day, and we got lights this time around. So now you won't be so blind in the videos. You can see all beautiful parts of my face. So, with that being said, we still have work to do on the Aston Martin interior. I'm gonna grab where are the skippers? Where do those things go? Where do we put those things? Oh. Got them. We gotta finish getting this interior sorted. Let me show you around what we're working with. As you saw, we got the window regulator. We got
Regulator.
I can't say that word, but we got the window regulator motor in successfully. The window is now functioning. But now we need to get the door
that
card
speaker
on.
thing's coming up.
Oh gosh, everything's breaking.
Man, that was fine yesterday.
Oh man, it's just ready to get the door card.
Yeah,
Sealing
nice
it, you know?
press. Yeah,
So
totally.
first what we're gonna do is we're just gonna cut this because let that hang loose for a minute. We're gonna need that to go somewhere in our door card, I think.
Yes.
And this should hopefully be straightforward because we did it on the other side. This has a bit more stuff to finagle with. Here's our door card. And like the other side, it's a whole lot of clips. And you really don't want to break these things. They're a little brittle because they're quite old.
Oh look, the screws for that are in there. How convenient.
That's amazing. Should we put that in?
Yeah.
All right.
That way.
This way?
Yep.
Okay, yeah, I guess
It's the only way it
the
works.
only way it lines up. Gosh, what a silly design where you have to hold the door up and if it falls, you break the entire thing.
You know what you can do? Just unplug this.
Oh, genius. This is why we keep you around, Will.
You know me, bro. I got a good head on my shoulders and
Yeah,
such.
he's got a good IQ. It's high. Higher than mine. All right.
But the bar is low though.
The bar is real low. Getting the door card on is the same as the other side, and everything seems to be going well. Now we just have to try the window switch and the door handle to see if everything works. Okay, now test. What is happening here that I don't understand? There's a science that I'm not getting. That thing has to go somewhere, I swear.
All right, so we're missing a bracket. That makes sense.
I knew that was.
No, that makes sense. That does make sense. All right, well, we don't have that.
Okay, here's what we're gonna do. In the interest of time, we're going to have to order the little bracket that goes into these two holes. Now in hindsight, we should have realized that those were for something.
Yeah, that looks like they're for something.
So we'll have to get that figured out. We are going to finally cover up our battery after all this time.
Backwards.
Oh man.
Almost. Dude.
That's fine.
Well,
That, my friends.
look at this. We went from a saggy headliner, which is no longer saggy, if you can tell. Saggy headliner, door cardless, window missing interior to
It works. It's
Yeah.
fast and it's fully put together, bro. This is so exciting. I have never done something like this before, so it's really rewarding, and I'm so excited to be going through it with you guys. This thing is absolutely sick. It's not perfect, but it's gonna get there. And this
definitely.
is definitely a step in the right direction. Look inside. No longer do you see exposed, weird wired door card. You see beautiful.
It's
Aston
honestly a
Martin
nice interior.
07 leather interior.
Yeah, it's actually pretty nice.
Yeah, look at that leather interior. Well, subscribe to the channel. See you next time.